Smile at the camera. Okay, today at NSR we have the lovely Mayah Dyson.
Hello.
And we are going to be having such a good time here. So let's get started.
Let's do it.
So I did my research. I'm not a stalker, I promise, but had to do my job. And I listened to your entire EP, Elevation, and it was incredible. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And I wanted to ask you, what's the process like when you're producing an EP? And, what was your motivation? What was the message behind your project, if there was a message?
Okay, so when I first started writing the songs for my EP, it necessarily wasn't an EP right away. It was just like, I just want to put out some music, and that's kind of where it started. I put out Don't Cry first, and then I put out Ready For You. And then after that, I was like, I think I actually want to do a project. So I work with two producers. They produced the whole EP.
Okay.
So yeah, I kind of like just worked with them and vibed off of them. And they're my band as well, so it works like they produce my music, so it's easy for us to like get up there and like perform the music as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So yeah, that's kind of my process. We kind of like went with the flow with every song.
And that must be so much easier when you like have a band. They know you,
Yeah.
they know how you move and you work. Like,
Kind of like I have a team.
yeah,
I have
and
a
you
team,
mentioned
yeah.
that your boyfriend helped produce a lot of your EP too. So how does that? Do things ever get in the way, or do you guys like work really well
Honestly,
together?
we are a really good team. It's fun
So you're
working
the
with
power
him.
couple.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say that. I mean, we try. Like, of course, we have our differences.
Yeah.
And I mean, he has his own thing. He does his own music and performs on his own as well. So we just try to find the time to just make time for both of our crafts.
Right.
So they're not clashing, but I mean, we do have differences every now and then, but it works out for the most part.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it kind of sucks if like you guys, it's like you liked R&B and he liked like country, and he was trying to give you a country track. You're like, boy,
Right.
what are you doing? Like, what is
That's
up
not
with that?
me. Like, I thought you knew me. No.
Well, I'm
No,
glad
we're
that
good.
you guys are the power couple together for how long now?
3 years.
How exciting!
Yeah.
And you know what? Honestly, I'm jealous. I'm just not gonna talk about it anymore. I hope you guys live a long and beautiful life.
Thank you.
So, observing like the way you perform and the way you sing, you have a very peaceful, like natural vibe to you. So, and that shows through your music. Like, you're very colorful, and like I said, like when I was researching you and I was just going to like your pictures and stuff like that, you are a very colorful, vibrant, peaceful kind of person. So I really love your vibe, and I love that it shows through your EP. So where do you get your inspiration from?
Where do I get my inspiration? I would probably say the people that are around me, my family, the people that I work with. I try to surround myself around good people and positive vibes. So everything that I do is positive and good. So I just no negativity needs to be near me. So yeah,
So like
that's
the people that you surround yourself with, like when you were growing up, did they inspire you to get into a certain genre of music?
kind of, sort of. You could say that. I mean, I grew up singing in the church.
Mm-hmm.
So when I first started singing, it was like gospel all the time.
Right.
But my family, they kind of like, I don't know what to say. I don't want to say that like my family pushed me into R&B, but like that's kind of what I was surrounded around the most. Like Indy Irie, Lauryn Hill, Jill Scott, like those are the voices that I grew up on. So that's just what I naturally wanted to sing. Like I love Erykah Badu, so that's just who I wanted to be.
Yeah, I feel you. Now for me it's weird because I grew up listening to R&B, but then my mom's also Puerto Rican, so I have salsa.
Oh, cool.
So it's like two different completely worlds,
Yeah.
but it's cool. I try to work with it. And so you were mentioning how like you grew up in a household that kind of like moved you towards this genre. So did you start off did you grow up doing music, or did you like get into it later on in life?
I would say I grew up in music because a lot of my family members, they are musicians and like artists or playwrights. Like my family is very artistic. So I was surrounded around that young age.
That's
and then
so good.
I decided no, my mom decided that me and my sister were gonna sing in the choir at church.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of where I started singing, and then I found out that I loved it because I started singing like solos at church, and I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do.
Because you feel like a superstar in the eyes of God. Like, yes, this is for me. God approved it.
Right. And then I started singing at school, so I joined like the choirs in middle school and high school.
Okay.
And I did like the whole All County thing and sang the whole classical music and did all that. And yeah, I definitely decided that I didn't want to sing classical music after high school.
Yo, I feel you.
Yeah.
I did 4 years of that too. I was like, no.
I was like, I don't want to do that.
Let's leave it behind.
That's why I'm at Berkeley.
That's so cool. And
Yeah.
you mentioned that your sister sings too.
My sister does sing, yeah. She doesn't like do it as much as I do, but she has a beautiful voice. My sister
that's
definitely
great.
sings, yeah.
Would you guys ever consider like doing like a song together?
I would love to do that. She's just so shy.
Aw.
But I would love to do a song with my sister.
I'm
Definitely,
shy too.
yeah.
Don't worry, girl. I feel you. I feel you. And you mentioned to me before we started this interview that you took off a semester, you said, for your sophomore year
Yeah.
to do performances, and you work with incredible, music figures like Rowland and Solange. So what was that like working with such incredible people?
So yeah, I left my sophomore year to go to LA, and it was really weird because just the way it happened, like somebody sent me a text message and they were like, yo, you should audition for this. I saw this flyer at school, and I was like, cool. So I sent in my videos, and then BET called me and they were like, yo, we want you to come to LA for the show. So yeah, that happened. And working on a reality TV show, it's weird.
Why?
Because I definitely had to get used to like the cameras being around you and following you like 24/7. But she worked us, like she showed us what it would be like to be in the music industry. So we would be rehearsing from 10 p.m. to like 4 in the morning.
And this is Rowland that you're talking about.
Yeah, because she was trying to put together like a new Destiny's Child. That's what the show was. So yeah, week after week, she was just like molding us into this superstar group that she wanted to have.
Wow.
So yeah, it kicked my butt, but it definitely made me realize that I do have what it takes and the passion to pursue this career. So it just opened my eyes to a lot. Yeah.
So did that because let's take Beyonce, for example. Like her dad really pushed her constantly be working 24/7 on it, no matter what, no matter how tired you are. So working with someone like Rowland, did that kind of push you to figure out no, I want to really grind like Beyonce does? Did she kind of put that mentality into your mind?
Oh yeah, Rowland, she works hard. While we were rehearsing, she was rehearsing her music video. She had her own separate rehearsals because she was getting ready to record her music video. So she would be in rehearsals all day long, and then come and rehearse with us. She still works. I know she put out a book at the same time while she was doing the show. So yeah, she's still doing her thing. And then Solange, that was a really crazy experience.
Really?
Because we were in New Orleans for a week rehearsing, and then we went to New York to rehearse. So while we were in New Orleans that whole week, we would rehearse from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. all day long. And she doesn't eat. I just noticed that, she doesn't eat. So, we would be rehearsing, and I'm like, oh, my gosh, I'm hungry. But Solange isn't eating, so, I don't know. Should I, do I ask if we can eat? Or do we just, keep working? I don't know. But
then we just move the way she moves. If she got to starve, I got to starve.
Right. No, that's literally, I was like, okay, well, she's not eating. Okay, it's time to keep working. I don't need to eat either. That's what it was.
That is crazy. Okay, well, I need food. So maybe her and I wouldn't get along exactly.
It was fun, though. I had a lot of fun. And she taught me a lot about myself. A whole lot.
So how are they as people?
Oh, they're cool. They're just regular people.
Really?
Just like us. Yeah.
That's so good.
Really nice people.
That's amazing. Congratulations on that. That's such a huge thing to do at such a young age. You must have been just bursting with excitement for the whole thing.
I was 19, I think, when that happened. Yeah.
See, and I just turned 20. Making me feel so unaccomplished.
No, girl, look at this. You're good. You're good.
I try. And so, you also mentioned to me, congratulations, you're graduating soon.
Yeah.
You must be so ecstatic. What's your plan after college?
So the plan is to move to Atlanta.
Okay.
Right after school, I'm gonna move in May. I don't really have like a plan as far as a job right now, but I just know that I want to sing and continue this artistry in Atlanta, and their R&B scene is really popping down there.
So I've heard.
So it'll be dope for me to like go down there and check it out and feel out.
So you're gonna make a guest bedroom for me, right?
Of course, you
can
can
stay
come
over?
stay with me. Of course.
And so how do you think you're gonna decorate your apartment?
Well, right now we're actually, me and my best friend, she's
Mhm.
moving down with me as well. We're looking for apartments, and I want like something really big because our apartment right now is really small. So it'll just be me and her. So we're looking for like something really nice. I don't know how we're gonna decorate it yet because I don't have money for furniture. But yeah.
So you want like a bachelorette pad?
Yeah,
kinda
basically.
vibe.
But I'm not a bachelorette. But I want that vibe.
You
But
want
yeah,
the vibe
but
of
I
it.
do want that vibe. Yeah.
You want people to know this is my place.
Right.
I am the queen.
Yeah,
and
and
boom.
I honestly want it to feel like really homey.
That's good.
Mhm.
So like Homey reflects like your home back.
Yeah.
home.
Mhm.
Where are you from again?
I'm from Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
All right, you're lit. You're lit. I'm very excited for you. I wish you the best of luck in
Thank
that part of your
you.
life. And now this is for a serious question.
Okay.
You are going out on your own as a
Mhm.
musician. You know, you're adulting now, and you're gonna be, paying for your own apartment, groceries,
Right.
all these fabulous things. You know, things can get a little nervous sometimes. So, what are your hopes and your fears for this new part of your life?
I would say my biggest fear is probably failing.
Mhm.
And I probably have to like really define what failing is to me, or like
Mhm.
what success is to me. But I feel like anything that I end up doing, and if it's in the music industry or like just with music in general, I'll be happy. But I just don't want to settle for anything that's not music related or like
Yeah.
arts related or something, because I love the arts. Like that's what I grew up around. Like that's the arts is me. So if I feel like I have to settle for anything outside of that, I'm gonna be sad. Sad person.
So, like, performing doesn't always have to be the only thing you do in the music industry. So, like, for me personally, I never really saw myself as like a real performer. I thought I always be better as like the middleman, so like doing like interviews and writing songs for other people. So
Mhm.
if the whole, and I'm saying it won't, because I
Mm.
think you're fabulous, I think you're gonna go so far in your career, but did you ever think about doing something else besides performing?
Oh yeah. I definitely songwrite, so I could be a songwriter.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it would also be cool to like be an A&R for like a label. Like I would definitely
Okay.
love to go out and like find talent,
Mm-hmm.
and like help people, because there was a lot of people that helped me, and I feel like if I could get in the position to help younger artists who are upcoming artists, I would want to do that. I could be a music teacher. I wouldn't mind doing that because my mom's a teacher, and I kind of like grew up around that too, so I could be a music teacher. I love to model. I do that too.
I can
So-
definitely see that.
I want to model. I don't know. I think that's it for right now.
So you have like a pretty broad
Yeah.
view on how you see yourself in the
Mhm.
future. What grade does your mom teach for?
Second grade. She's been teaching second grade for like over 20 years. Yeah. She's a great woman, a great teacher. Like I love my mom. Like I want to be like my mom when I
So
grow
she's
up.
probably like your rock when it comes to like all the things.
Yeah,
in
my
life, right?
parents are my family's my biggest support system.
That's so good.
They're very supportive. Like I wouldn't be where I'm at today without my family.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like when you're going into an industry like this, you need that kind of support from your
definitely.
family.
Definitely.
That's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything excited for your graduation?
Oh yeah, they're already like planning it now. They already got their Airbnb. They like bought their tickets and
Oh, that is
everything.
so
Like
exciting for you.
they're so excited to come up here.
Yay. So
Mhm.
excited, so excited. Do you have your graduation dress?
I don't.
You
I
don't?
don't actually. I have no
I would have
idea.
had that picked out like a year in advance.
I have no idea. No, but me and my roommate were like, we're going to the gym every week. We need to have this graduation body. Like, we're trying to plan a graduation trip. So yeah,
Planet
it's gonna be
Fitness,
fun.
$10 a month. You get a trainer.
you did say that. You did tell me that.
It's lit. Definitely, I'm there with you. 'Cause if I don't have this body ready for the summer, I'm staying home.
I feel you.
Mm-mm.
I feel
Mhm.
that.
And so for our very not our last question, as I mentioned before, you have a very like open vibe, very colorful, and you're also very confident. And I see that in the way, especially when if you want to do modeling and stuff like that. Like you're very confident in the way like you move and you speak and you sing. So for me, I'm very shy. I'm very like, you heard that Doritos is trying to come up with a chip that's quieter for women.
Yeah.
I'm like that. And my songwriting
That's
teacher
funny.
said that the quieter chip is like a quieter way for people to say sorry. So, that's me. I'm very shy.
Mm-hmm.
So, as a confident individual like yourself, what is like a tip you can give to people that are like...
Honestly, I have been shy like my whole life. So it's really funny like that people see that or like think that, but like honestly, until you get to know me, like I am very shy.
Really?
Yeah, like
I did not see that.
like growing up, like I didn't talk. I was very shy, very quiet. Yeah, very quiet. Like I was like, yeah, it was bad. So I kind of had to like grow.
Chatterbox.
I kind of just had to like grow out of it, and I knew that I wanted to perform and like be this huge superstar or whatever. I don't know, just singer. But I just grew out of it, honestly.
And so did like constantly performing on stage help you with that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just doing a lot of things that I love as far as like music and performing and like writing music and putting out music, that kind of helped my confidence as well too, because people liked what I was putting out, so it made me feel good.
I will take note. And so another question I have is like, you're the first artist that I've interviewed that's really about to go out into the real world and do your own thing. So what is like some advice you can give to other artists that are like in your same position, like about to graduate college or moving out of their home and like going out in the real world and really doing this on their own?
I would just say to stick to what you want to do and kind of like watch your circle, surround yourself with good people, and good things will happen. And yeah, that's kind of like what's helped me along the way, sticking to what I really love, grinding, and just keeping positive people around me.
And so how do you make sure you keep positive people around you? Because sometimes, like for me, I'll try and do that, but then like sometimes you can kind of get like sucked into the drama of like life.
Or you just gotta let it go.
Let
that aspect of your life, let that go. Because I know my freshman year I came and it was some drama, but like after I came back from LA, that's when I knew that I had this platform, and I was like, I'm not just gonna let it go. Like I'm not just gonna go on the show and then come back and just not do anything, like,
and then get sucked back into
like, so when I came back to school, it was just like grind mode. Like she gave you this exposure, like use it to your advantage, like don't just waste it. So after that, the whole thing with Solange happened, and then we did Essence Festival, so that was amazing. And then now we're about to do South by Southwest, so it's like little things keep happening to like keep me going, and like
Thank you.
I don't know if that answered the question.
It did. I
okay.
promise it did.
Okay.
That's helpful, because like for me, I'm a very friendly person. I try to be friends with everyone, and sometimes like I'll let the wrong people in. I feel bad for like cutting them off. It's like, okay, we can stay friends.
No,
and
you
like,
could cut them off.
All right,
They can let them go.
all right.
If they're not helping you succeed, or like if you feel like they're bringing you down or dragging you, you don't need that. Let them go.
All right.
Whether it's a friend, a best friend, a family member, a boyfriend, like anything, let them go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Snip, snip. There you
right. Snip, snip.
And for our last question, the way we came up with the name NSR, it stands for Natural Soul Rhythm. I made a Facebook post and asked people to think of one word that reminded them of music. So my question to you is, when you think of music, what is one word you think of and why?
Peace. Because like when anything hectic goes on in my life, or like just anything, like music is the one thing that I can listen to that calms me down and brings me back to peace. So whether it's just me listening to songs or like me writing music, it always brings me back to like my level head, peace. So
I agree. And so you mentioned that you have a performance coming up. which is gonna be before the vlog is released, but.
So we're doing the Berkeley Original Band Showcase. That's
Mhm.
March 6th. And then we're performing at South by Southwest March 14th.
Ooh, what is that?
It's a festival, music festival in Texas. It's like one of the biggest music festivals.
That's not in Boston. I can't
Right.
afford a ticket to
Well,
Texas.
I don't know if this is like, I don't remember what the festival is called, but we might be doing a festival in Boston this summer. I don't remember what it's called though.
All right,
but
so
we'll
I want
see.
VIP tickets.
We'll see.
I want an entrance to backstage.
Got
I
you.
want a hug as soon as you get off the stage. You're gonna get that to me, right?
Of course you're gonna
Right, 'cause
get
you
it.
know I'm gonna cry if I don't get that stuff.
I
I'm a
got
crier.
you.
Thank
I got
you.
I'm a
Thank
crier
you.
too. Don't cry.
You
I had
can't
to
cry if
make a
I'm
song to
crying.
tell myself not to cry anymore. Like
Oh
I
my
cry.
God, literally. Well, was
Yeah.
there anything else that you wanted to tell your fans?
Well, I mean, I just released this EP. It's called Elevation, and it's available on all music
It's
platforms.
very good.
Thank you. So, yeah, if you get the chance, go check it out. That's all.
Go check it out or we're gonna cry.
Right.
So don't see us cry. Thank you guys, Natural Soul Rhythm. Mayah Dyson, again, thank you so much for joining us
Thank you
at
for
Natural Soul
having
Rhythm and
me.
Mona's Lounge.
I love it here. This is so cool.
Is it not the cutest place
Right.
ever? And we will see you guys next time. Thank you.
you.